go anywhere.
So
Yeah.
I don't go out of my way to talk to people. Like
No,
that
you do not. Nick, you will do more work to avoid talking to
like if I
people.
go into a store and I see somebody I know, I'm going around the corner. I don't
Oh
want
yeah.
anybody to see me.
Oh,
Like I just
you got you got to
but
duck
I
behind the aisle.
surely am not the only one out there like this. I have to force
No, I
myself to
do it.
be extroverted.
Well, yeah, you do. You got to work yourself up to
So
it.
let me back you up, knowing that little background about me. Okay?
100%.
Let me back you up to Wednesday, where I go to
Mm,
church. And
mm. This is a
this
church
is a
thing?
church thing. I'm sitting there
Okay.
and
Don't name names. You gonna
I
see him
saw
on
this guy
Sunday.
out of the corner of my eye, and I've never seen him at our church before. You know, we go to a
Okay.
larger church, so there is a lot of people we just don't know. But sometimes it's just like you're just I haven't seen you before. You know,
Well, I'm sure you learn faces. You may not know names, but you get
100%.
familiar with faces. Yeah.
And so I was getting done church, and he was sitting there like everybody was leaving, but he was at a spot, standing at a spot where I had to go by him, but he wasn't moving. But he had a cool shirt
This
on,
is Nick's worst
so
nightmare.
like I felt like I had to talk to him, right? And so the only conversation I was like, "Hey man, I like your shirt," and he's like, "Thanks, man." And I'm like, "Have you been to Fraser before?" He said, "Yeah, I've been once." He said, "I'm a real spiritual guy, so I go around to all different churches around town." And it's like,
Weird.
okay, well, well, we're glad to have you. And he's like, this is the first time I've been able to go to church in like weeks because wherever he works, he didn't have off on Sundays and Wednesdays. He said they got some new people in there, so he was able to change his shift around, some
Yeah.
seniority over there. So when he told me that, I was like, well, where do you work? And he said, well, I do a lot of things. I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. Where's this guy going with this? And he says, the other day, this lady invited me to come over to her house because she felt like her house was demonic. Like there was something going on, something evil in her house.
Okay, hold on. I have a
Uh huh.
question. There was nothing else in between this
No, it just
conversation.
went from boom, boom. He did a lot of
You
different
asked
things.
him, you asked him, what do you do for a living?
And he,
I do a lot of different
and
things.
boom,
Evil spirit.
yes, 100%. And he's like, well, I'll come over and take a look at
Oh,
it.
this
He's
is
like,
Nick's worst nightmare.
he said, he said that she said, there is a creature living in my attic. He's like, I need you to come get it out because it's demonic and it's evil. And he's like, I'll go over there and I'll pray for you and stuff, but I don't think there's anything like up there. He thought maybe she was just kind of out of it.
I think he's a little
Oh,
out
he's
of it.
definitely out of it. So like, boom, boom. Like I said, one story to the other. And like this is the first time I've met him, and he's going in strong, talking about demonic, evil stuff, right? Okay.
Why would you say that to
I don't know,
anyone?
but then he gets into he goes up in the attic, and he's telling me he says I came face to face with this 4 foot creature, and he said I don't I don't feel any evil, like he's like I felt like a peace without, and we were like 2 feet away, and he's just looking at it. And he said, I looked at it for a good 15 minutes. He's like, it's 4 foot creature is just there. We're just looking back and forth. And he said, well, I got down and I told the lady, I said, hey, I feel a peace about it. Like, I don't feel like this is something demonic or something evil. He says, I'm going to go home and do some research about it. And to me, I'm thinking like,
Is he demonic? And that's why he didn't that's why it didn't freak him out because it's I don't mean that to be ugly. I'm just saying
I mean, I
birds
did
together
not get
flock
that feeling.
together.
Strange
Okay.
and quirky, yes. But anyways, he started doing some research, and he
This is
he
weird.
finds out that it's a fruit bat. Do you know what a fruit bat is?
Apparently
I
not.
didn't know
What
what a
kind of
fruit
bat
bat
is
was
four?
either until after this whole conversation when I went and looked it up.
Hold on. Keep
And
talking. I'm looking it
it
up.
is literally a bat that's 4 feet tall. And he goes back to the lady and says, "Hey, this is what happened. You've got a fruit bat." He said, "I think somebody got it from a tropical island, brought it to Montgomery, and it ended up in your house." And she's like, "Well, I need you to kill it." And he's like, "I don't feel right killing. You see it?"
Okay, so fruit bat sizes vary significantly, some being as small as 3 inches long and weighing under an ounce, while others, like the great flying fox, are among the largest bats in the world, reaching up to 1.7 meters, 5.6 feet in
Right.
wingspan,
And that
and weighing up to about 3.5 pounds. So it's not like, okay, this is saying it's not 4.5 feet tall, but it can get out to like 5 feet wide. So like
it must be a demonic.
either way, I mean
Either
it's
way,
huge. Yeah, no,
he's
that's
describing
crazy.
this demonic thing, and it ends up being a fruit
I
bat.
don't kn- I don't think this gentleman's lying. I don't think
No,
he
I don't.
misses a
I don't
thing.
think you just can make this up.
If
He was very convincing, and that's like so convincing. I'm retelling the story.
That's true. That's true.
So he goes back to
This
the
is
lady and is like, "Hey, this is a fruit bat. You don't have to be worried about it." And she's like, "Well, you got to kill it." He's like,
yeah,
"I
get it
don't
out.
feel right about killing something that's not like evil or like doesn't do anything about it." And she says, "Well, I still think it's evil. You got to kill it." He tells me that he's not killed it, but she has told him to board up her whole house because she was not living in that house if that thing is in there. She's like, "You need to kill it." So right now, this lady is living in her van outside of her house. Right.
What does he do
I
for a
still
living
don't
though?
know.
How did you get out of this conversation? What did you say to this? I mean, I could barely hold my face
Okay.
together during this, which I mean, I'm
Yes.
able not to. How did
We're
you
going to
hold
talk
your
about faces
face?
here in a second. So,
Okay, good. My face
and
is
he
very
looks at
loud.
me and he said, "Well, what would you do about it?"
I'm like, first off, I'd have never gone over there. I'm not your pastor.
I said,
Girl,
"I
please.
don't know." He says, "I'm thinking about calling the zoo." And it's like, "The zoo sounds like a great place. Maybe they can relocate it." He's like, "Yeah, or like trank them." Like he wants to tranquilize the bat.
Tranquilize it. Trank 'em.
And it was just an extremely awkward situation for, like I said, my introverted self. And this is why I don't
But
go
like,
talk to people that I don't know. Because I get
but like,
stuck in
this is
situations like this. Oh,
Here's the
no, no, no,
funny
no.
thing though. You're like,
Okay,
don't
go
take this
ahead.
the wrong way, but you can be an awkward you can be an awkward person.
Sure.
Like you're not an awkward person, but like in social environments, you will come off as very awkward because you just do not want to be there. So I just wish I could see security footage of you in this crazy awkward conversation and you're the less awkward person of this and in this social, does that make sense? Like
No, no, no. I get it 100%. So as I'm standing there talking with him, my pastor's, he's like, I don't know, like 15 feet away from me. And I gave him that look like, "Hey, help, come
help
over
me.
here.
Help
Help."
me.
And he's like, "Hey guys, see you later." And I told
He left you
I
out to
told
dry.
Elizabeth to
Yeah.
the church, said, "You need to
Yeah.
tell him that we have to work on that connection of like, hey, I need help." Right? So
Yeah.
she told this story,
What did he say?
and he said, "Oh, I knew." He said, "I saw that face." he said, "I just didn't want to be in the conversation." And I found that out
Hey,
today.
hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. As a pastor myself, I've left some people in some tough situations too because it's like that's just your journey. I've already been in that situation once. You need to
Oh,
figure it
you've been
out.
in a fruit
You
bat
gotta
situation before?
not like that, but I have been in my own situations. I mean, I've had some stuff that not like that. But what was Elizabeth saying to this? I bet you she was
Oh,
dying.
she wasn't there. It was literally just me and.
No, no, but I mean like when you told her the
Oh,
story.
yeah, she was kind of like flabbergasted too. Like,
Oh,
I
that's
think she
crazy. I
thinks I
hope he
made it
comes
up,
back on
but you can't really
Sunday.
make that thing up.
go anywhere.